Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Flight 96. I'm your host, Hunter Foreman, and it is a very special episode because it is the season finale, episode 10. I want to thank everybody that's actually listened and given me great advice for this show. And what way to cap off season 1, episode 10, first set of episodes I've ever done, than to have one of my closest friends, a person that I consider somebody that I can always talk to, and who's probably one of the smartest people I've ever met. And she also brought a friend with us, but we'll get to her later. Ladies and gentlemen, Corley's in the building.
Thank you.
How are you, by the way?
I'm good. Kind of nervous, but I'm good.
Well, there's a lot of stuff I want to get into because I feel like you have an interesting story. As I say with everybody, but yours is the most interesting so far. But first, I want to get to, you kind of figuring out who you were, because I feel like you're at the point, as long as I've known you, I feel like you're at the point where you're just like, I don't care what anybody else says, I'm going to just do whatever it is that I want to do.
Yeah.
So, take us through what was it like, freshman year, walking on that first day of school into high school. What was the mindset for you?
Well, I was kind of in a really bad place in my life, and I did a lot of bad things, and I didn't really hang out with the best kind of people, so I got myself involved in a lot of kind of bad situations, and it turned really bad when, like, 2 weeks before school ended, I overdosed, and I went to drug rehab for like 3 months, and then I kind of it was like a realization, like, what am I doing, and is this really who I want to be in life? And so after I got out, I changed schools. I ended up going to a collegiate high school through Richland College, and I stepped my game up. I'm pretty smart, like, I make good grades and stuff. But
Facts.
But, like, when I was on drugs and I was doing bad things, I didn't really make good grades. So when I came to Richland Collegiate High School, I ended up graduating with my high school diploma and my associate's degree. In science, associate's degree in science.
She batted her lashes because she thinks she's the shit. Because
and I basically made, like, a lot of self-improvements, and I really, like, stepped my game up, and I've changed a lot as a person over, like, these last 4 years. Like, if you look at the me freshman year and the me now, like, I'm a completely different person. I'm much more, like, healthy, and I have more, like, a healthy mindset, I think.
Well, first of all, that's absolutely commendable. That is very commendable, and I have to say that I'm very proud of you. But what did you feel like when you went to the collegiate high school? Did you feel like you had just kind of like a new start? Like, okay, no one knows who I am, so you can just kind of start anew, kind of. Because if you would have went back to your previous high school, it would have been a little bit different. But did you feel like you had a fresh new start when you started back in school? Yeah,
actually, like, I felt like brand new. Like, I got a new start. People didn't know, like, all the things that I did, and Richland is a really diverse school, so I got to meet a lot of different kinds of people. It kind of changed my worldview because, it's like Roy City is just, like, full of white people.
Not necessarily. I mean, there's a mixture. Actually, that's probably
pretty
fact.
true.
It's facts.
But I got exposed to a lot of different types of people, and I think it kind of changed my outlook on the world. Like, I learned how to read and write in Arabic, and
that's what's up.
I just learned a lot of cool things while I was there. I think I grew a lot as a person coming to that high school.
I mean, not a lot of people get that opportunity to go to a collegiate high school. I mean, there's not really. I mean, there's only one besides the one that you've talked about, which was in Richland,
Dallas.
Yeah, so that's the only one I've actually, like, heard of. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's kind of interesting from someone to go from just a regular high school level to kind of like a little bit higher. Is it more difficult?
Oh, it's way more difficult. Like, you're in college classes with the college students and you have the same assignments, and it's really hard to balance because my first semester there I was taking like 24 credit hours. It's like 9 classes, and the average college student only takes like 4 classes in a semester, and I was taking 9. So, and I had to work 30 hours a week on top of that. So it was really, really hard, but I'm so glad I did it.
What kind of job did you have? I mean, to kind of just balance all that. I know you didn't have something, I wouldn't say too difficult, but you probably, had something that kind of helped you just along the way to learn how to be a grown-up, basically.
Oh, well, right now I work at Famous Footwear. I'm an assistant manager, but I started working there summer of my sophomore year, and I still work there now, so it's been like almost 3 years.
Wow. I mean, there's different things. I mean, you're a person of many trades. You're very smart. You just learned how to read. You said read and write, or just write Arabic?
No, I can read, write. I'm not that fluent yet, but I know a lot of words and stuff.
So, a lot of people from these collegiate high schools, I really want to get into this because this is very interesting. But so there's like different people from different countries.
Yeah.
Different people, people with different backgrounds, probably, mostly from like overseas, maybe.
Yeah.
Like you probably have met somebody from India, probably somebody from maybe Pakistan or something like that. Those are just to name a few of interesting countries in my view, because I feel like most people in the United States don't get exposed to different cultures. I mean, you were blessed enough to get exposed to different cultures, maybe different religions.
Yeah.
So what did you learn? What was some of the skills that you learned that you kind of, adopted into your daily life?
Well, I learned a lot about like Islam and about that religion, and it just kind of opened my eyes, because like all you hear about is
terrible things,
terrorism.
Yeah.
But like my Muslim friends are literally the sweetest people that I've ever met, and they're so nice and caring, and they have such a sense of community, and I really admire it.
I mean, It's one of those things where you can't really judge a book by its cover for that one.
Definitely.
A lot of people in this room have, been, subjected to that, where they've, been judged and given this somewhat of an image that's not really good. But going back to the social part, when you were in your previous high school, Royce City High School, did you really learn any things did you learn a lot of things? Like I feel like high school you learn a lot of things, just not anything that you can really write on a piece of paper, but something that you can instill in your mind, kind of like what a real friend is, blah 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 blah. But I feel like not a lot of people did that. So what did you really take from high school, kind of, that really molded you into the person that you are?
I learned like a lot. Okay, this is gonna kind of sound weird, but like time management skills and like success skills, and I really think that like has helped me do what I've done. Like succeeding and being a manager and like balancing everything, but like also like I've learned like what a real friend is, and I've gone through so many friends. I've hung out with all different kinds of people, and I know like how you should be treated and all that good stuff.
Well, there's different, like I said, everybody has different experiences, and I feel like you have such a unique experience, coming from, bouncing back from kind of a major setback and just kind of catapulting yourself into, kind of ahead of people, because not a lot of people are in the position that you are in.
Yeah.
And I think you should be grateful for that, and don't take it as if you were chosen for it. It just happened. There was opportunities right in front of your face, and you just grabbed them.
Yeah, I'm like grateful for my life, and I'm grateful for like it was like a wake up call. Like I just took it as like a chance, those 3 months, to reflect on my life, and see that I was headed like the wrong way, and then work to change my life. And I think it's like the hardest thing to do once you're like down in a rut and you gotta get rid of like bad habits and stuff. So I'm so glad I did that because I'm happy. I'm really happy right now, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for everything that had happened.
I mean, there's such things as blessings in disguise.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
You know what I'm saying? It all comes full circle. But ladies and gentlemen, Emily's not the only person in this room right now. There's a person that's standing right next to me who I figure is the less serious person in this room. Who seriously, if you stuck us both in the room, there's going to be laughter. I just can't. Before we even started recording this, I feel like I couldn't even start because she was either doing something retarded or hey. Well, welcome to the program, Kori Sanford.
Hey.
Well.
Hey. What's up?
But I'm not gonna get as serious as I just went with Emily because our relationship is not even serious at all. It's not even close. You know what I'm saying? So, you are very much. I don't know how to explain you. If I was
good or bad?
I don't know. Like,
she is the most indecisive person that I think I've ever met in my life, but I love her for it. I love her so much. Like, she has stuck by me since when? Like, forever?
Like, third grade.
I don't even know
grade.
how to describe her. When I first met Kori, I was like, God, this girl's a freeloader. Get out of my house.
She hated me. She threw a freaking chair at me.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Let's talk about that.
We used to hate each other.
What? Y'all used to hate each other, but y'all... Okay.
Well, because I was friends with Rachel.
Yeah, she was best friends with my sister.
Also, you can say yes.
And then we became best friends. Because we just, I don't know, we just clicked more. But yeah, I used to hate her, call her a freeloader.
Throw things at me.
Yeah, we used to get in like fist fights. Really?
What?
Yes.
Okay, no, because what's funny about this is that these two are the best of friends that anybody could possibly be. But the fact that it all started from like fist fights and yelling at each other and throwing of chairs is weird how things kind of just, come together. So, Kori used to live around these parts.
Used to.
She's now located in the Lone Star City of San Antonio.
Bernie. She lives in Bernie.
Well,
Bernie?
Come on. It's outside of San Antonio.
It's
Bernie, Texas.
Well, technically, it's kind of like the Roy City to San Antonio, kind of.
The Roy
City to Dallas.
Roy City to Dallas. I'm tripping.
Yeah, but it's not that far. It's like 15 minutes out of San Antonio.
What?
Or 20.
Was that a difficult move for you when you left?
Well, yeah, because I lived here my whole life.
Was it kind of hard to leave people?
Yeah, definitely. But after, I don't know, it was super hard to make friends because I didn't realize how many friends I did have here until I left and had 0.
She used to complain about this all the time.
Hey, come on, I still only have like 3. I got another year though. I'll have 6. Maybe.
We'll see what happens.
If they don't run away.
But you know what I'm saying. You both have interesting stories, and now that we got the serious BS out of the way, let's actually get to some fun stuff. Let's start with Emily. Emily, you have this. I'm not gonna call it an obsession because I wouldn't say it's an obsession.
I already know.
Because I wouldn't say it's an obsession, but would you say strong liking?
I would say obsession.
You would say obsession? Because I think it's a strong liking.
I'm okay with it, and I can call it an obsession.
Okay, well, the thing that we're talking about is the wonderful, wonderful Japanese creation, Japanese creation.
Yes.
So I almost said Chinese for some really odd reason.
God.
But the wonderful Japanese creation of anime. And if you could explain to people who don't fully understand the concept of it, what would you, in your own words, like if I was a person who knew nothing about it, which I clearly don't.
You almost said Chinese.
So explain, I almost said Chinese. So explain to me what, in your words, what is anime to you?
Anime is my life.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna get excited. I love anime so much. Okay, basically anime is just a Japanese style cartoon. but it's not necessarily for kids. There's like a lot of different genres and
disgusting genres.
Hey now, don't group me in with those people. But anime is honestly, I think it's helped shape me into the person I am because like you learn like life lessons from anime. Like Naruto teacher taught me like so much stuff.
How long have you been watching this actually?
Anime?
Yeah.
Since I was like 7.
Okay, so this.
I started watching Naruto when I was like 7.
So 6 and 6. If I was going to say if you like said like 13 or 14, I had some questions.
No.
But you said it taught you a lot. Now, I can agree with this to a full extent. Shows teach you things. Like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air taught me a lot about life.
Oh my god.
No.
That is so different.
What do you mean the only similarity is that it's a show and it's about basically life. I mean, it's most of anime is about life.
Yeah.
But what were some of the lessons that you had learned from specific types?
Animes?
Yes, specific animes, yes.
Okay, well, I guess I'll use Naruto for an example, but, like, Naruto's such a good friend, and he'll go out of his way. He really taught me, like, what to be in a person, like, or what I would like to be, because he does everything for his friends that he can possibly do, and he's just, like, an all-around kind person, kind of like Jesus.
Wait a minute.
Did you just compare Naruto to Jesus?
Thank you. Did you just compare Naruto to Jesus? I mean...
Jesus is better, but Naruto is a good person, too.
Facts.
Just saying.
But, now that we explored the anime world, we'll come back to that in a minute. But this, I can completely confirm that this is an obsession. You're obsessed with Drake.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, no, and let me explain this. Emily used to have a group of friends that would talk, sing, every lyric, anything that had to do with Drake, they were on top of.
Yeah, I still have those friends too.
Yeah, and they were the president and vice presidents, not Kori.
Yeah, definitely not.
Kori's into some indie rock stuff, but we'll get into that.
She's a hipster.
She's a hipster, but she doesn't want to admit it. But I'm a big fan of Drake, but you probably have a deeper connection with him. I just love the dude's music. I mean, I feel like you take it to a whole nother level.
You don't feel that deep connection?
I don't. I mean, that's...
Okay. I used to love Drake, but, like, I mean, it's lessened lately because, I mean, I like Drake's old stuff, like, comeback season, like, stuff like that.
Talk about it.
I'm talking about it, okay?
No, it's
but, I mean, lately I just haven't been, like, vibing with his new stuff, I guess. Like, but...
Time out. You didn't like Views?
I didn't like Views. I enjoyed Views.
Hold on. Emily, we'll come back to you for a second.
Oh, no.
Excuse me? No, wait.
Okay, no, I just thought that it could have been better.
Explain. I'm not... Okay, listen, before people in the comment section or anybody that listens to this comes up to me and asks, I'm not going to say that Views was the greatest album ever. It wasn't even Drake's best album.
Definitely not.
So, but it was a good album front to back.
It was very hyped up.
Yeah, and that's why I don't think I liked it as much, because it was so hyped up, so it could have been better.
What do you mean, like, people on social media, if it wasn't for the people on social media just begging for it, you think it would have been received better? Or do you think it would have been better,
I wouldn't expect it as much, I guess.
Well, because both of you are avid Twitter users, so you've seen this before. You've seen people, like, plead and beg for specific projects to drop, like
you every day.
Not me. It's mine's an obsession, and I can dive right into it if you ask. But the thing is that I think people want something so much that they think it's going to happen right then and there. And then when it comes out, it's just like, oh, I don't even want it anymore. You know what I'm saying? They like the chase, kind of. And then when you get it, it's just like, I don't even want it anymore.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know what I'm saying? It's like with girls, but that's a different conversation. But Back to Emily. So would you say that he's like your number one favorite artist, kind of?
I don't really know.
I feel like not recently he isn't.
Who do you think my favorite artist is?
Oh, they're best friends right now, so this is a test of time.
I don't know if I want to take this test.
No, try guess.
Right now?
You know this.
I don't know if I know this.
Come on.
We only listen to throwbacks in the car.
We do.
We can talk about throwbacks. What kind of throwbacks? Are we talking about like 90s, or are we talking about circa like 20?
Like 2000.
2000s.
2000s
Okay.
R&B, 2000 rap. Party Next Door.
Okay, yeah. See,
No.
we're all friends here, and I should have definitely known that. But
I always sing Party Next Door.
you do.
Why not?
Yeah, you do. I mean, it's just like.
Yeah, I should have known that too.
Yeah, but have you listened to any of his recent stuff?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
It's a different P&D than we've expected. I mean, because
Yeah.
everybody's expecting, the emotional kind of thing. The emotional thing. Do you think that's played out?
Party Next Door?
No, the emotional music, like.
I like emotional music because I like being in my feelings.
Why do you like being in your feelings?
Because I'm an emotional person. I don't know. Right, Kori?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Kori.
Yes.
We were talking about how you love indie rock. If you can name a couple bands off the top of your head that you listen to at this moment.
Well, at this moment, here, wait, let me get my playlist out. Let's go.
Oh, Jesus. By the way,
Come on.
your playlist is sponsored by Apple Music. Apple Music is the greatest. I continue to promote it even freely. I'm just letting everybody know.
Well, right now,
And we'll get to the releases on there in a minute.
you're not even gonna know any of these people, Hunter.
It's a good thing.
Okay.
Because people who know me, I listen to straight rap, and that's it.
Yeah, you do. Okay. Young the Giant,
Okay.
the Lumineers,
I know who the Lumineers are.
Yeah. The 1975.
I know that.
Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros.
Okay.
Got some Schoolboy Q on here, but that's not.
Did you like Blankface?
Did I? Yes.
Did you like Blankface?
I did.
I loved Blankface. What's your favorite song about Blankface? If you could pick one.
I honestly don't know. Here, hold on.
You don't.
I don't know which one's my favorite.
Well,
I told you, did I not tell you that she's the most indecisive?
I'm indecisive about everything. I just like a lot of things, and I don't like a lot of things. And when it comes to deciding which ones I do or don't like, I don't.
But you like the album for sure.
Yes, I do.
If you ask Kori any type of question, her answer is always.
No, it's not.
That is
Ah,
facts.
yeah.
These are facts.
No, it's not.
These are facts. Like Kori's the most. Like I said, Kori's the most indecisive person. Like if you asked her, like if she was in a predicament where she had to choose between like. If she's on a cliff and she had to choose between Emily and her mom, she'd be like, try to save them both because she's very indecisive and she doesn't know which one to save.
No, I think I definitely.
Don't answer that question. Don't answer that question.
Jump off. Excuse me.
Don't answer that question because
It
that's.
was a joke.
You're gonna hurt my feelings.
Oh Jesus. Anyways, but yeah, Kori and Emily are different people, but kind of the same
She's my soulmate.
in a way.
No.
She's like no.
In all ways.
In all ways, like she's my soulmate.
If you asked her like 5 questions right now about you, you think she could answer all of them?
Yes.
I don't want to try.
You don't want to try?
I'm gonna disappoint her.
You don't want to try?
I have an awful memory, please.
Why do I not like you standing in my mirror?
Oh my god. She doesn't like me standing in her mirror because I take up her lighting when she's doing her goddamn makeup.
Hold the fuck on.
No, this morning, I was trying to put mascara on. I was like, let me go in the bathroom. And she was like, why? I was like, you already know.
She knows that.
I know.
So, are you basically saying that, Emily loves the spotlight?
Don't answer that question.
Yo, the death stare that Emily just gave her right now is crazy.
She has to ride home with me.
Yeah, I do have to ride home with her and stay with her tonight. So
You're gonna say no?
I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna say no. Well,
but there's a yes in that no.
There's a yes in that question.
It's her indecisiveness. She doesn't really know.
I do know.
This is hilarious because Emily knows so much about Kori, and Kori knows so much about Emily, and the fact that they like get into these like weird little arguments is actually really funny. I mean, let's get back to you with the question I was going to ask you. You don't like a lot of stuff that other people like, and we're not going to classify you as a hipster because I hate that word because I feel like
I'm just original.
Okay, no, you can't say you're original. Why would you say you're original?
I mean unoriginal. I mean wait.
So
original.
Wait,
no, original.
You would be like the person to be like, okay, if Old Navy was right here and Urban Outfitters was right there, you would go to Urban Outfitters.
Urban Outfitters is really expensive.
Yeah, so actually I would just go to a thrift store.
Well, hey, there's gyms in thrift stores.
That's where I buy all of my clothes, actually.
Yeah.
But let's get into music. Actually, we've been into this, but let's dive a little bit deeper into it. We'll start with Emily. Top 5 dead or alive, artist, producer, whatever, musician, whatever. It doesn't have to be a specific order, but who are your top 5 at this moment?
I can't do that.
Does anime count?
Oh my god.
Okay. Probably Party Next Door, Bryson Tiller, Tory Lanez.
I touched Tory Lanez penis.
Hold the fuck on. What?
He was crowd surfing.
And I just grabbed
Do you know how many? Okay, I thought this was gonna be like some interesting story. Like, yeah, I touched his penis.
But he did comment on it, and he goes, "Oh," and I was like, "Oh."
Oh my god.
I'm done with you.
But yeah. So you said Party Next Door, Bryson Tiller, Tory Lanez, and who were the last 2?
I don't know. Can I only pick 3?
Okay, if you those are the ones that you would listen to the most.
Yeah, I listen to that a lot.
Okay, Kori.
Nope, don't do this for me.
What do you mean
I'm so indecisive. There is no possible way.
Okay, well the 1975 is at least one of them.
Yes, I do love 1975.
Her number 1 is her boyfriend's band.
Ew.
Talk about it. Let's speak about that.
That's not my number 1.
That can't be my number 1. What's your boyfriend's
band? Well, they do
band?
covers, but they have a few originals.
Okay,
They're
well
really
then,
good.
Okay, what's the band name?
The Frights.
That's what's up. Actually, I just had to think about like if it's spelled a different way. That's what's up though.
Yeah.
It's
like pretty cool.
Do they just perform like local? But you said they do covers and they have like some originals. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So what instrument does your boyfriend play?
He plays the drums.
That's what's up.
He plays the cello too.
Oh yeah, he does play the cello.
So he's kind of do you get him to like make you songs and shit?
No. He play the ukulele.
Yeah,
and this dude's a jack of all trades.
And the piano.
This dude's a jack of all trades. That's what's up.
And he's an Eagle Scout.
What the fuck? Hold.
Come on, that's a big deal.
Are like an Eagle Scout like sashes and badges and shit?
Yeah, that's a big deal.
How was that a big? I thought you like that stuff was like cool when you were like 11.
I think you can get scholarships.
You can get like really good scholarships and jobs.
Dude, I didn't even know you can do that.
No, but
yeah, it's pretty
he
cool.
just got like a gig where they're gonna like.
Oh, they're gonna get paid to play on the weekends at this. I don't know. It's called Fralo's. It's in Bernie. I think it's in Bernie.
Is it like a cafe or something like that?
It's like I think it's a pizza place.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They do live music, but
shout out to that guy. That's what's up. But this has been an interesting interview from the both of you. Like first of all, Emily loves anime and Drake. That's gonna be a headline, and this. I mean, whatever else Kori said, it doesn't even really matter.
Whatever else,
because it doesn't really matter. But the headline is definitely is Kori touched Tory Lanez's penis, and then she talked to her boyfriend right about that. So that really says something.
She's proud of me.
It was before? Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, then...
Yeah, not during.
It was... Okay. Okay, well, that's interesting, then.
He was opening up for Mac Miller, right?
Yeah.
Oh, she's the hugest Mac Miller fan of all time. She loves that guy.
I love
Matter of fact, story time. That's how me and Kori became friends, actually, if you want to tell us.
No, yeah, you stood up.
Tell a story.
Okay, Hunter, we were in theater. Was it theater arts?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we were in theater, and we were doing,
I think it was eulogies.
No, it wasn't. It was just the long...
Monologues?
It was yes.
Yeah, monologues. And Hunter stood up, and we were supposed to write our own. Hunter stood up and recited... What song was it?
It was Avion.
The whole thing.
Not even the whole thing. I mixed in...
No, you did not. You
Yes,
stood up and recited the whole entire thing.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No,
and
I
was like, everybody was like, whoa, what is this? And I was like, he did not write this. I was like, don't let him fool you. No, somebody next to me was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that he was this good. And I was like, he's not.
The fact that she saw through the bullshit was funny. That's how me and Kori met.
How did we meet?
That's a good question. Hold on, I think I remember this. We met through mutual friends, but it wasn't until I came to one of your basketball games where we actually started becoming
He
friends.
made me a sign.
That was it. Yeah.
You didn't know her and you made her a sign?
No, we knew of each other, and I just told her, like, hey, I'm gonna make you a sign. And I was like, all right, cool, whatever.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, facts. And I think you still have that picture.
You never
Yeah.
made
Maybe.
me a sign.
I didn't. You never asked me to. She
Yeah.
asked me to.
Oh.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Oh.
Well, yeah. Well, this has been kind of awesome. I think I think you've both gave some interesting insights on the worlds of both of you and what it's like to be unoriginal and to just completely be yourself.
Where'd you get that word choice?
Yours. Okay, are you gonna start like?
I'm sorry.
Ever since she doesn't like believe that I write my stuff because of course I make my own music and you still don't think I write my own stuff.
Okay, yeah, I do. I mean, just that one time in theater. That was that one. It was just.
You're just like, wait a minute.
I was like,
You didn't write this.
After that, everything that you write, I'm like looking it up. Like, there's got to be some
Yo,
like
she
ties
fact checks.
somewhere.
She fact checks my shit. But if you both will excuse me, there's a couple of announcements that I want to make for this series. So, but before we do that, I would like to thank you both for being on the season finale of Flight 96, the first season. I think it's been an incredible season. I've talked to a lot of interesting people and learned a lot of interesting things, and it's a good way to cap off with both of you. But everybody that I've been contacted with this show is asking how far this show is going to go, and I'm pleased to announce that you will no longer just be hearing voices. As of season 2, we're going to start actually making an actual show, which means that there's actually going to be a video camera. You're actually going to see my face. You're going to see my guest's face.
I'm so sorry that y'all didn't get to see my face.
But it's going to go into video. This Flight 96 is actually going to be an actual show. It's actually just, I plan on it to being its own thing, like brand, I guess, if you should say. I have a lot of high hopes for this show, and I feel like a lot of the cool stuff I have in store for you for people who actually like the show. Like shout out to Cortland Vance. He actually tells me he listens to the show every time he goes into work. So shout out to that person. Another thing that I would like to let everybody know is that I'm probably going to start up my own website where all of the interviews and stuff are going to be on, and I will no longer be using SoundCloud unless I put up some new music, wink wink. But other than that, this has been the first season of Flight 96. As for Emily Corley, Kori Sanford, I am your host, Hunter Foreman. Thank you for joining me in the terminal, and we shall see you hopefully in a couple of months. I have to get some things straightened out. I do have a team together, and you'll be knowing that team here very shortly. But you will see my face, Season 2, Episode 1. The details for that will be released shortly. And like I said, I will not be using SoundCloud for music unless I upload new music. Wink, wink. So everybody take it easy, and we'll see you in a few months.
Stay tuned.